Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to another video. It's Jam and Kenny, and as you can see today, we are in the streets.
Live.
I don't know how
No,
to
not really.
beatbox.
No, we're
I
not
don't know how
live.
to
We're editing the
beatbox.
fuck out of this video.
Yeah.
Still.
But we're coming to you from a appropriate location for the next video, and that's the streets. And we're talking about
The streets.
breakdancing in
Yeah.
the street, cardboard boxes, and
Well,
everything. I was one of the
obviously the
kids that
Olympics had
wanted to
just
do that.
passed.
Yeah.
Obviously the Olympics had just passed, so you guys know what we're gonna get into today. But yeah, but breakdancing and just we were talking about it before the video too, and just how much even in our day, because breakdancing started in the '80s, along with hip hop and uh even till our day, when you get into like the earlier 2000s into 2010s, it was still I don't know, I think it kind of had a little
I
bit of a
was still seeing it
resurgence
at
through the
parties and
90s.
shit.
Yeah,
Everybody,
but
back when we were still young, when we could still move
both
like
had
that.
family members.
Yeah, we
Kenny,
had family growing up. We grew up watching uh, Beat Street, Breakin'n, 1 and 2, Electric
Electric
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo, iconic movie
Yeah,
title.
yeah. What other ones were there?
I don't know.
But Crush
Crush
Crew,
Groove was
yeah.
another one.
And then I used to love finding what's it called, the VHSs that they would sell at the swap meet
Yeah,
with
and
the
even
breakdancers.
I'll even throw You Got Served out there.
Oh yeah, that one did have a lot of breaking early on, and then I think they like transitioned over to crumping and stuff, and different
Step in and all that.
yeah,
Yeah, it may
different
have. Honestly,
popularities.
when I look back at it now, that might have had something to do with that resurgence. I don't know. But then after a while, like it did gain a popularity somewhat underground. Like it kind of went back to underground, and you could see videos of people. There you see those events, and it looks like 8 Mile or some shit. There's just a bunch of people in
Yeah,
some
fucking
warehouse.
massive dance competitions. You're like, holy
Yeah,
shit, dude.
but
And
they would do some amazing shit.
yeah,
And no
and
disrespect to the Olympics, but it's like I was expecting to see stuff like that, and some of these kind of like there's people's names out there that would be just synonymous with if you knew about that, it's almost like if you knew, you know what I mean. But
yeah.
it's
Well,
like I don't know, I watched the Olympic thing,
I
and I
I feel it's all being a little overshadowed by your
it
girl
is,
Ray Gun.
it is my homegirl.
Yeah,
She killed it. She
and,
killed it.
and
She shut it down. She shut it down. Well, she didn't, but we'll get into that. But
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
So
I
so
like to think
again,
she shut it down.
we were a little into the breakdancing of it all. Dance competitions have been in the Olympics before. I've seen them. They have like sort of ballroom dancing and stuff like that.
The big, who stole the show was, and if I'm not mistaken, she's a teacher. She's a teacher or something, like either a
Yeah,
professor
she's a
or
professor. She
she's a
she has
professor.
I think it was called a master's in cultural dancing with an emphasis on breakdancing.
Woo!
Yeah,
She put it on display.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she
Well,
did, and
well,
she represented her country.
everybody's.
Not too
Well,
many people can say that. I
here's
told
what
you, man. She shut it down. She shut it all down. She shut
yeah.
down the Olympics. She shut down breakdancing at the Olympics. She shut down the beef.
It's not going to be in 2028. But a little more. Let's go back to Ray. So
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
wanted to
And
talk about.
quick note. A lot of people think that it was because of her, but apparently they weren't planning on bringing it
Yeah,
back.
it
Even
was
they had made that decision
apparent.
before even her she performed.
Yeah,
I don't know if they can.
each country has apparently each country has like the set of games that they can decide to host. So this was one that Paris decided to host. And you know what? I've seen videos of like street dancers out in Paris, and they do a lot of breakdancing. So I think they were
It's
trying to like
everywhere.
highlight something that they thought they could compete in, and they did really well. I saw some of it; it wasn't that bad, but it was just this Ray standing out at how she did. Um, do you think this takes credibility from breakdancing and like what it's become? Uh, do you think that this would have had like a negative effect on that, or
Like, would they? I mean, would they still decide to keep it on had it been something? Maybe honestly, because maybe I don't know if somebody had done something that really went viral and brought a lot of eyeballs to. You might be able to argue again, like in the opposite direction. Like, did she bring on eyeballs, a lot of eyeballs that weren't there to breakdancing that that like I said that weren't there before? But yeah, that's actually a good question, and it's kind of difficult to say, to be honest, because I'm sure there was a lot of performers out there that legitimately killed it and
There were,
did
like I said,
great.
Paris was really good. China was really good.
China killed it.
Yeah,
And you have that, and it's like, okay, well, we're not seeing any of those videos. And be honest, I have not seen. I haven't even seen any of those videos. I've seen her everywhere, but that it's just the nature of today's internet age, man. Like she came out there and she did steal some thunder. Maybe she did. You got to say that at that point, because it that's all we saw. I'm pretty sure any casual viewer is like, nobody's sitting there. No, does anybody know the person who gold medal? Know their name?
probably
I
not.
don't.
And
No.
I'll lend some credibility to that because in reality, after watching some of the videos, it looked like more of a technical demonstration, which the
Right.
Olympics would be. Right, it's a technical competition, so
Yeah. That's where I think they messed
it
up, is in their
wasn't
structure.
as hype as like you would say the videos you would see on YouTube with dance battles and stuff like that, and these dudes doing
Yeah.
shit where they're doing windmills and they take their shirt off and they throw it at the guy that they're battling and they hit the guy and it's like holy shit, this is very over the top. But again, I think that's what it was, and so to say it's just the technicality of it, I think sort of took away from what breakdancing actually is, like an expression and all that. Um, the second part is she said that she had seen other competitors before she wanted to make it. She wanted to be on the stage either way and share her love of breakdancing. You know,
Yeah.
she learned it all. But she
But
said,
she's that
"Hey,
kind of.
there's people
Uh huh.
that I might not be able to beat here, so I'm gonna bring my style and my creativity to it." Is what she told ESPN in an interview. What do you think about like that aspect? Because I think that if you were in any other competition, go for it. Be your creative self. But you're here to show off technical skill and ability against opponents. You know, like, okay, I can do a
Yeah.
windmill, but here, let me show you how I modified it and I made it a little harder and
I
this and that. So I,
don't know, but it's like, it's almost like but it's like, really, what was your intention? You know what I mean? Did you know you had really no chance, and you were just like, I'm gonna. Do you know, like, how you look? You know what I mean? Like, are
yeah,
you self-aware about how, or did you legitimately think you were killing? You know what I mean? That these moves are worthy of that stage.
yeah, the kangaroo looked kind of silly. I get it. You're Australian. You want to try it, tie in your culture. Great.
I get it.
But it's like, could you have done that into maybe something a little harder than what you did? And the poses she was doing, I forgot what doing poses like that is called, but
Yeah, well, it
she
was
did a
like,
few of them, and so I was like, okay, that's pretty good. I was like, but like your
yeah.
in between is not great, is not.
No,
And so
yeah,
like,
those freezes aren't supposed to be your show stoppers. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
you're
those
supposed
are
to do
your
these show
breaks
stopping
between
moves,
your next
and then
fucking thing.
you bring out the kangaroo in between, so people you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
oh,
already hyped because of what you did
Australia,
before that.
Australia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so maybe it was just out of order, but I don't know. I feel that at the Olympics was not the place to be creative. It's technical. I get that
yeah,
dancing is a little more creative, but you still see the technicality of it, like when they do the ribbon dancing or they do like the ribbon with the ball, and there's like sort of some semblance of what's going on there, and it's like okay, so yeah, I see she threw the ball up, spun around twice, fucking she was flicking her baton over here the whole time, and then she caught the ball without looking behind her back. Holy shit, dude, that is not the kangaroo.
no, man.
So I don't know, man.
She did the sprinkler.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Maybe she really loves, b-boy, breakdancing in general, but can do what she can do. That's all she can do. I mean, when I saw her walking out, just walking, like, kind of light jogging out there to get onto the stage, I was like, oh no, oh no. Like, even from the gate that she's like, from her stance that she was running, you could tell, like, I'm like, there's only, she's not going to do much here.
Yeah,
And
it
then
wasn't very
she
battleish. because they were presented in battles, so
Yeah,
there's still that aspect, but
she didn't
it's
score
like
a point, right?
she's 0 points.
0 points.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a tough one. And
yeah,
then for yeah, you have a point like for her to for that to be the main takeaway from all of it and to have its own story, in general. Again, there's nothing you can do about that. The internet is what it is. She gave everybody plenty of viral moments by the
yeah.
internet standards, and it had to naturally it took away from some of the other competitors that did really well. Probably should have got their due and should have got their time in the sun, and
Yeah.
and and
I would have loved to
she
have.
kind of overshadowed all that.
Yeah, I personally didn't know, but when I heard about it, I was excited. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go look for it online. Couldn't find a single damn thing about it, dude. All I could
Hmm.
find was Ray Gun, and again, no hate, but it seems like the media grabbed on to like the wrong thing, you know,
Right.
and it sucks because that's what everybody's seeing now. Yeah, the internet grabbed on for some laughs, but I think if it was we're not as big as it were, we would have probably been able to find more videos of the other breakdancers. I was able to see one of China. I saw one with Spain, and then I saw Ray Gun, and then I couldn't even find one of Ray Gun's opponent. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I mean,
I mean,
it
yeah,
kind of
it's a
sucks, but at the
difficult
same
thing.
time, it's kind of funny.
It's the good and bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it is from Instagram, TikTok, internet perspective. It was great. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just for that to happen. And even if you're somebody who maybe you're not really too fond of the Olympics to begin with, or you don't really care about that. You watch something like that and you're like, hell yeah. The fact that she got up there and did that. I mean, I will say this:
It
it
takes
takes
courage.
balls. Like it takes
Yeah,
courage, yeah, to like get out there and know that you're probably going
yeah.
to make a fool of yourself, and then just fully embrace that. If that's what again, we don't really know what the intention was or what she really thought was going to happen. If she legitimately was like, "I deserve to be here, and I'm going to show them what I got," or if she just knew and kind of was
It was
gonna
gonna be
gonna
hard.
lean into the whole ridiculousness of it all.
Yeah,
But I mean, I don't know. They're that I walking into this and recording this, I was like, this shit was great. You know what I mean? But then
yeah,
that perspective of it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could see how if you're an actual break dancer, you're just like this is not it. And I
yeah.
get it because it's got a rich tradition, man. Like, and it's still kind of underground. Like, it's still, but it's one of those, if kind of things. Like, if you watch those videos, you watch enough videos, you'll know certain people. You'll know the names, and then you'll know who's great at what. And if you
Or
watch some of
depending
those,
what situation you grew up in, you heard about people in your hood. You heard about people in your community who were fucking breakdancers, and you fucking knew the
yeah,
top ones. That's sort of where I feel that this is gonna have like the biggest impact is like on the community level. People aren't gonna take it seriously, but you know,
no,
if
I still think if people, because I don't think it took away from the credibility of breakdancing. If you're gonna break dance, you're gonna break dance. Like this girl's not gonna stop you just because she came out. You know what I mean? But I mean that's what I think at least.
that's what you hope
But
for,
yeah, yeah. No,
you see
I
the
really
worst
do
and hope
think
for the
that it's like
best.
she's not enough to completely wipe out the credibility of breakdancing. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
breakdancing is still somewhat of an underground thing.
Like you said, it might have a resurgence with this drawing so many eyes. People going like, okay, let me see what real
Yeah,
breakdancing is.
just so you guys know, Kenny had to go home. The street lights was on, and his mama was calling him,
Yeah,
so he had
so
to go back home.
I called
And
Lou.
he's going to be joining us from.
I called from my phone, so I'm
Yeah,
calling
yeah.
in.
There you go. Calling in. That's all right. But we were talking about how the Jabberwockies and did you find out what show that was? Because that show was actually pretty popular when it came out. But and I remember the Jabberwockies was the one thing I remember from that. But I remember watching every single one of those episodes and the finales and all that. And then so I mean, breakdancing would have its time. Is that what's it called?
So it was America's Got Talent. And then they had
Was it?
some show called America's Dance Group.
America's Dance Group. I think that's what it was. That's what the one I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure. You have this culture there that it's always going to have its popularity. I don't think it's ever going to die down or anything like that. And it's just that is a shame that they didn't really get to display that culture. I would have loved if it was in some warehouse where people could just join around and just watch these people have their routines and see some of the crazy stuff that some people can do out there, because it is legitimately impressive.
Yeah.
And then it is a bummer that she kind of overshadowed that. Even as funny as it is and as viral as it went, she really reminded me like you would have thought that she was at a pep rally. You know what I mean? And she's
Oh
just like trying to get
shit!
everyone riled up.
I didn't think of
And
that. I didn't think of that. That
if
was
she
funny.
went out there at the pep rally and did that shit, everybody would be,
Fuck! It would have
oh,
been
you know what
so
I mean?
hype. It would have been so
But
hype.
on the Olympic stage, it's too
It's a little
much.
different. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too much. Yeah, it's a little bit different. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like she could have gone viral just for that routine alone. Like even if she wasn't on the Olympics, she probably
She
would have gone
yeah.
viral. It was just
In any other competition, she would have been just as viral.
professor, cultural, whatever professor, competes at breakdancing tournament. That's a viral video right there, no matter
And
what.
you know what though?
But
I think they would have loved it too because it was like her being creative. Especially if it
she was
wasn't.
just, this is what I could do. These are the gifts that I got, and I'm gonna put them on display, Kenny.
Huh? She did. She put them on display very well. But
Yeah,
thank you
yeah.
guys so much for joining us again this week. This is me calling you from my mom's house because I have a curfew. Uh, and that's Jam over there. And we'll leave you with peace. You're going to have to put your hands up because I can't show mine.